Hello, and welcome to Dr. Carmenatty's channel, where we dive deep into the technologies shaping our future and the stakes they carry. Today we're tackling a big one: how China could use open-source AI to dominate the global stage, the risks lurking within, like Trojan horses, the threats to U.S. national security, and how we can protect American interests, primarily through supply chain security. Whether you're new to this topic or a tech aficionado, stick with me. This is going to be an eye-opener. If you find it valuable, please hit that like button, subscribe to join our community, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's dive in. Part 1. How China can use open-source AI to take over. Picture a massive global workshop where engineers from every corner of the world build artificial intelligence together. That's what open-source AI is: tools and models whose blueprints, code, are free for anyone to use, tweak, or share. It's a brilliant idea. Collaboration drives progress. But here's the catch. Not everyone in the workshop has the same goals. Enter China, a powerhouse with a clear mission to lead the AI race by 2030. How could they turn this open workshop into their strategic advantage? Let's break it down. Open-source AI is like a shared playbook in a high-stakes game. Anyone can add a move, but not every move is innocent. China could use this openness in clever, subtle ways, straight out of Sun Tzu's The Art of War, where he says, "The leader is the arbiter of the people's fate, the man on whom it depends whether the nation shall be in peace or peril." For China, AI dominance could mean global influence, and open source is a tool to get there. One tactic: contributing to open source projects. Imagine China's developers submitting code or AI models to popular platforms like GitHub. On the surface, it's teamwork, helping the community, but beneath that, they could nudge the technology in directions that favor their interests. Maybe it's a tweak that makes an AI model rely on Chinese hardware, or a subtle bias that aligns with their priorities. Over time, these small contributions could stack the deck. Another move: Trojan horses. Think back to the ancient Greeks sneaking soldiers into Troy inside a giant wooden horse. In AI, a Trojan horse is code or a model that looks helpful but hides something nasty. China could release an open-source AI tool that works perfectly, until it doesn't. That hidden payload might sit quietly, waiting for a signal to spring into action. We'll dig into what those actions could be soon. Then there's data poisoning. AI is only as good as the data it's trained on. It's like feeding a student textbooks. If China slips in datasets laced with subtle distortions, the AI could learn the wrong lessons. For example, a facial recognition system might prioritize certain features over others, or a navigation AI might misread critical signals. It's sabotage disguised as generosity. Finally, supply chain attacks. The tools we use to build AI, like software libraries or cloud platforms, are part of a supply chain. If China compromises these tools, every AI built with them could inherit a flaw. It's like selling tainted steel to a bridge builder. Sooner or later, something collapses. Sun Tzu teaches us that all warfare is based on deception. In this digital chess game, China doesn't need to announce its strategy. By quietly shaping open-source AI, they could position themselves as the grandmaster, while others play checkers. Part 2. The risks, traps, and Trojan horses. So what's at stake if China pulls this off? The risks are massive, and they hinge on traps, especially those Trojan horses we mentioned. Let's unpack them and see what's possible. First, what's a Trojan horse in AI? It's a sleeping agent, a piece of code or a model that seems normal but carries a secret mission. These agents can be triggered in two ways: automatically, based on conditions like a date or a specific input, or by command, like a remote signal from its creator. Once awake, what can they do? 1. Compromise security. Picture an AI running a company's cybersecurity. 1. A Trojan horse could open a back door, letting hackers stroll in unnoticed. 2. Disrupt operations. An AI managing a power grid might suddenly misroute energy, plunging cities into darkness. 3. Steal data. A Trojan in a healthcare AI could siphon off patient records, sending them across borders without a trace. 4. Manipulate decisions. In finance, an AI could tweak stock predictions, nudging markets in someone else's favor. These traps don't need to scream danger. They can be subtle, like an AI that works 99% of the time but fails spectacularly when it matters most. In cybersecurity, we live by the rule of trust no one. Every line of code is a suspect, but in the rush to innovate, that vigilance can slip. Data poisoning adds another layer. Let's say China contributes a dataset to train self-driving cars. If it's skewed, maybe overemphasizing sure road signs, the cars might crash in specific scenarios. Or a military AI trained on poisoned data could misidentify a friend as a foe. It's not loud sabotage, it's a whisper that echoes into chaos. Supply chain risks amplify this. If a popular AI tool, like a coding library, is tainted, every developer using it builds a house of cards. One push and it all falls down. Sun Tzu said, "The opportunity to secure ourselves against defeat lies in our own hands, but the opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself." China could hand us the rope. Will we tie the knot? These risks aren't science fiction. They're rooted in real vulnerabilities. The question is, how much damage could they do? Part 3. Dangers to U.S. national security. Let's zoom in on the U.S. If China weaponizes open-source AI, the danger to national security isn't just real, it's existential. AI isn't a sidekick anymore, it's the backbone of defense. Autonomous drones, missile defense systems, cyber shields, they all rely on it. A Trojan horse in these systems could be devastating. Imagine an AI guiding a missile defense network suddenly missing an incoming threat, or a drone fleet turning on its base because its recognition software was poisoned. These aren't movie plots, they're possibilities. Beyond the battlefield, AI drives intelligence. Analysts use it to sift through data, satellites, communications, and patterns. A compromised AI could feed false intel, leading to disastrous decisions. Picture a general acting on skewed reports, sending troops into an ambush. Sun Tzu warns, "If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle." A tainted AI could blind us to both. The economy's at risk too. AI runs Wall Street trades, optimizes supply chains, and diagnoses patients. Disruption here, say a Trojan crashing markets or poisoning medical AI, could spark panic, erode trust, and tank stability. And if U.S. tech falters, allies might look elsewhere, chipping away at America's global edge. The deepest cut? Influence. If the world sees U.S. AI as unreliable, China's systems, open or not, could fill the void. It's not just about losing a tech race. It's about losing the trust that underpins power. Sun Tzu's deception could play out in code, not cannons, and the U.S. could wake up checkmated. Part 4. Defending U.S. interests, supply chain security and beyond. Can we stop this? Yes, but it takes grit and strategy. Here's how the U.S. can defend itself, starting with the supply chain and beyond. Supply chain security is ground zero. Every piece of the AI puzzle, code, tools, hardware, must be rock solid. How? 1. Vet contributors. Know who's adding to open source projects. A random username could be a state actor. 2. Audit code. Check every line for traps. It's tedious, but skipping it is like leaving your door unlocked. 3. Secure development. Build with safeguards, like encryption from day one. Next, model verification. Before an AI goes live, test it like a crash dummy. Feed it weird inputs, stress it, and see if it cracks. A Trojan horse won't survive scrutiny if you look hard enough. Data integrity is non-negotiable. Use verified datasets. Think of them as sealed evidence bags. Monitor for tampering. Even a tiny tweak can spiral. Trust no one as cybersecurity demands. Cyber defenses must be ironclad. Firewalls, encryption, and real-time monitoring treat AI systems like Fort Knox. If a Trojan tries to phone home, cut the line. International teamwork helps. Allies can set standards, share threat intel, and box out bad actors. A united front is tougher to crack. Finally, educate everyone. Developers, policymakers, even users need to spot red flags. A coder who knows what a backdoor looks like can shut it before it opens. Sun Tzu said, "In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity." The chaos of open source risks is real, but the U.S. can turn it into a chance to lead, securely and smartly. We've journeyed through China's potential AI playbook, the traps like Trojan horses, the stakes for U.S. security, and a roadmap to fight back. It's a lot, but it's our reality. Stay curious, stay sharp. If this lit a spark, please like this video, subscribe to Dr. Carmenatty's channel, and share your take in the comments. What worries you most? What solutions do you see? Your voice fuels this conversation. Thanks for watching. See you next time.